I'm on eBay.com. I was just checking out my page, and all of a sudden, I was redirected to an advertising website called sponsor.adverstitial.com/view/advertisement ? And then a bunch of letters and numbers and stuff. And I see people talking about it on the eBay message board. And apparently this has happened a while ago. There was even a report from last summer that this happened on a BBC website. I didn't look up every single story online, but I just ran Malwarebytes. I got no malware. If that's accurate, I don't know. That's a free thing. I don't know if that helps or what. I looked at my browser, Mozilla Firefox. I looked through the apps, plugins, things like that. I looked through programs to see if any programs have been recently added. I can't find anything. Some people have said this has affected blogs, but the vast majority of people talking on eBay are saying this affects eBay. And I called up, and I'm not going to play back that call right now, but, you know, I got the runaround, as usual, from eBay. You don't talk to anyone that knows about anything, and they got customer service. They must have tens of thousands of people working for them. Who knows? This was an American. It was not. That was my dog moaning. And it's definitely not coming from a Filipino call center, which I'm very glad I didn't have to talk to them. If you only knew. So, something happened to eBay. I'm not saying it happened right now, but it seems to be affecting a lot of people. I just changed my password. So, it might have nothing to do with my password. It might be something internally affecting eBay. Now, when eBay was hacked, I guess it was last spring. I don't remember exactly when they told us all to change our passwords. You know, they beat around the bush about it for the longest time. And they did this before. I think PayPal did the same thing. They don't want to admit anything. They don't want to admit that they're wrong. I mean, they're up to the wazoo in up to their wazoo and what do you call it? Lawsuits, class action lawsuits. I mean, just, what was that, a year or two ago, they made us all sign a thing that we couldn't file a class action lawsuit against them anymore to be on their website. It's pathetic. Of course, the politicians are already bought and paid for, you know. You can look them up. You can go on opensecrets.org and you can check out where PayPal and eBay like to spend their money. What sort of politicians might be affected by decisions made at the congressional level, local and state level. We're talking about judges being bought. We're talking about lots of things, because this is a corporation and they're fascist. If you think fascist has something to do with Star Wars helmets, gassing Jews, and guys with funny mustaches, you'd be wrong. America has a long history of fascism. I would define fascism as industrial America not wanting to give up their power. That's really where it begins. Last century, there's lots of industrialists, post that slavery industrial period, going into this new thing where they're all about supporting fascism, including Hitler. So many companies over here supporting him. Some became presidents. But they think, that what doesn't stink. They're constantly trampling on us as sellers and even buyers by raising false expectations. They've cultivated a new type of buyer on eBay where there's a total disconnect between seller and buyer. They pretty much made us sellers employees. And we can't collect unemployment if they do something to our account. But we're pretty much like being used. They manipulate our search standard. They manipulate our listings. Sometimes they won't even show our listings. But apparently eBay has been hacked. Because this is not on my computer anywhere. I don't think Firefox was hacked. But the big Fortune 500 company is not likely to admit it until pressure is put on them. And where's our media? What could they be talking about today? I can only imagine. Something political, something to push some agenda they're pushing. They don't really care about stories like this. But who knows where this leads to? As I told the eBay rep, what about my personal information? What about my credit cards that could possibly be accessed through my computer or through my eBay account? All sorts of things that are connected with my eBay account. You got credit cards, you got personal information. Am I going to wake up tomorrow and my account's going to be gone, deleted? Going to wake up tomorrow and all my account will be changed to someone else's name? And let me guess, this is something huge. I'm not going to come out and say the Russians did this, because as far as I'm concerned, the Russians and the United States are in bed together, playing little games, using us to justify the need for government, the need for control. I think that's what it's all about. Because this should be all over the news. But the news is controlled by a very small amount of people. Even this video, which is just going to be an audio clip, is controlled by Google. Come on, we just had tax day. I'll share this on Facebook. They're not going to prop this up. They don't pay taxes. They go to the White House, hang out, no taxes. Why don't they pay taxes? They don't have to pay taxes. What makes them so special? Are they an advertising agency? Or are they just collecting data and giving it to the government? So the government says, good job for serving the fear. But when is eBay going to come out with the truth? Something tells me they're just going to hush this up. Who knows what just popped up on my screen? And when I backed out, and redirected the picture that was in the middle of the screen, which I think was Oprah, and trust me, I'm not looking up Oprah, disappeared. See, this is a message on it's on the BBC News/Technology, and it dates back to September 17, 2014. eBay redirect attack puts buyers' credentials at risk. That's the story. I'll put the link below. But there's lots of things going on right here. And don't think that all these countries are adversaries. I don't care if it's China, the United States, Israel, Iran. It's all fake. This could be the United States attacking, their own citizens to justify the need for more taxation without representation. We are not represented. Only corporations are represented. The United States ended officially probably after 9/11, but previous to that, World War II, it was being taken over. The little fascist company, eBay, is not even addressing this, and their employees don't know about it despite the fact this happened last, I guess, fall. It's a big cover-up. We need to take our country back. Get rid of Congress. Every last one of them. Because they're allowing this to happen. No accountability at the corporate level. Unless you become an enemy of the machine. Then forget it. Your ass is grass.